Hey TubeUbers, TJ Pyramid here. Got a new shirt, Judas Priest, Angel of Retribution, with the tour stuff on the back. Picked it up at Goodwill for $2. Not bad. So this is just a little, kind of a little review of the Phantom of the Paradise Scream Factory edition here. I've finished all of the special features on that. Overall, awesome. Fantastic. Beautiful transfer. Wonderful audio, all that. There's two commentaries on this. One, I believe, is a carryover from a different release. And then there's new audio commentary with Jessica Harper, Garrett Graham, and Peter Ebling, Archie Hahn, and Jeffrey Comenor, which is just fabulous. Just a really, really fun commentary. Of course, the new interviews with Paul Williams and makeup effects artist Tom Berman, which are really fun. The Guillermo del Toro Paul Williams interview is just phenomenal. It's like an hour and 14 minutes long, and it's just them sitting in Guillermo's living room, basically with a badass statue in between them. And Guillermo just basically talked with Paul Williams about how big of a fan of Phantom he is, and just Paul's work overall, that he was a fan of Paul's before Phantom, as was I. I mean, I'm just a huge fan of Paul Williams in general. His music, all the different music he's written, is just brilliant. I think he's such a great songwriter, and just an overall, just one of my Hollywood heroes. Just absolutely love Paul Williams. And to see him and Guillermo, oh man, just badass. Just a really, really fun, cool interview. Paul Williams will start singing the song and Guillermo will join in. You know, he knows all the songs. Just absolutely brilliant. The Paradise Regained, the documentary on the making of the film, is really cool too. I think it's almost an hour. It's a really fun making of. And of course, then you have the Swan Song outtake footage and alternate takes. Alternate takes are really cool because it'll show like some of the original footage, and it'll have like the alternate take next to it, so you'll see them both at a time. And sometimes there's even like 3 different ones going at a time. So you'll see. And the Swan Song footage, when this movie was being made, Death Records or whatever, you know, the upside down bird with the Death logo that's plastered throughout the film. Originally under that, everything said Swan Song. Like the podium that Swan is standing at said Swan Song. The front of the building said Swan Song. There was a like Swan Song on all the VHS tapes. When the William Finley character is going through, and there's all those VHS tapes or those reel-to-reels, whatever they are, and they say, you know, Death Record, it used to all say Swan Song. So the manager or somebody involved with Led Zeppelin or some shit was starting up a record label called Swan Song Records or some shit like that, and basically told them, hey, get rid of all the Swan Song in your movie. I'll stop it from being released, blah, blah, all this crap. So you get to see what it looked like when the original Swan Song logo was plastered on everything. Not really a big deal. Just sickens me when people do that kind of stuff. You know, like, oh, you can't use this. Just be a good sport. Like, it's going to affect your music any. Come on, Led Zeppelin, you had a couple good songs. Get over it. The one thing, I don't know how many, I don't have many Scream Factories, but of this one and the one the wife got, the Vincent Price one, I notice they put a lot of money into their covers and their packaging and stuff like that, Scream Factory, but I'm not really sure how many other Scream Factories have features and stuff that are so messed up or so out of place. On the back here, you have the top line being the Blu-ray and the bottom line being the DVD. First off, on disc 2, it tells you that the alternate takes and the Swan Song outtake footage are on disc 2, the DVD. No, they're not. They're on disc 1, the Blu-ray. So, kind of sloppy there. I mean, come on, guys. How hard is that to tell people what goes on what disc? And the Vincent Price set, the Volume 1, the Scream Factory set, they have special features listed. I don't remember what movie it was for, something, but it ends up not even being on that movie. It ends up being on, like, The Abominable Dr. Phibes or something like that. It's, like, totally mixed up. And the booklet that comes with it, as the wife read it, just says there are numerous misspelled words throughout. It's like, come on, Scream Factory. If you're going to charge people as much as you do, hire a proofreader. Hire somebody to figure out what special features are on what discs. Not that hard to do. So just really sloppy in that aspect. But content-wise, beautiful. I love all the content, if I can find what disc it's on. And obviously I love the covers of the Scream Factories and whatnot. So just really beautiful. I'm not sure how long, or I'm not sure what year the making of was done, but William Finley was still alive when it was made. I know he passed away a couple years ago. And I know some of these are pulled off, if not all of them pulled off the Arrow release too, because at the end of the Guillermo del Toro, Paul Williams, it says courtesy of Arrow Video or whatever. So, but overall, I'm fantastically happy with this release. I would gladly buy it again, and I'd probably even pay more than like the $20 I paid for it, just because it is one of my top 5 all-time favorite films. Probably my favorite musical film of all time. Just brilliant. So if you have not got Phantom of the Paradise, pick it up, check it out, devour the special features. They are phenomenal. The Paul Williams, Guillermo del Toro is just a little slice of heaven. So there we go, Phantom of the Paradise, my overall review of the entire whole shebang. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment down below, and spread the word. Cheers.